Should you leave your current brokerage? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your educator agent with eXp Realty. And today I am going to tackle a question that haunts a lot of realtors trying to decide if they should leave their brokerage to go somewhere new. But before we get into it, if you could do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And can you give your girl a thumbs up? That way the folks at YouTube will know that you actually care about what I'm saying and that you want to see more videos like this one. Okay, so y'all, I cannot tell you how often this conversation comes up with real estate agents trying to decide if they should stay at their current brokerage. And for those of you that don't know, if you aren't an agent and you're interested, for most states, I don't know of a state that doesn't do this, but for most states, real estate agents have to hang their license under a brokerage. So although you have the opportunity to be a sole proprietor, you run your own business, we have to be under the umbrella of a broker. And there are tons of different brokerage models in order to look for, right? I'm not going to get into that today, but I want to talk to those agents who you may be at a broker and things, they might not be going that great, or you just feel like there's more out there. You're not sure if this is a good fit. So a lot of people don't even know when and why and how to leave. And this is what I'm going to share with you. When I first got into real estate, y'all, literally my first year, I switched brokerages 4 times. Now, I know that is excessive, and I by no means am telling you to switch for those reasons. And I think I have to give you some background on why I switched. But I just say that to say is that if something isn't a good fit for you, you need to be clear on what you're looking for, right? Because in this business, I do think that a lot of agents come into it with an unrealistic view of what a broker is supposed to do for you, because at the end of the day, the broker does have resources, but this is your business. And I see a lot of people hopping because they feel like the broker basically isn't throwing them business. And for the most part, I don't care what they tell you in that intro meeting, they really not gonna throw you business, right? I love my brokerage, they don't throw me business, okay? However, sometimes there are other pieces that could support your business. And if the brokerage that you're at does not have that support piece, it may be time to peace out from them. So let me just kind of walk you through the journey of my first year. And y'all, it wasn't even a whole year. I want to say literally in 6 months, I was at 4 brokerages. So here it is. I'm not going to name any of them, but this is what had happened. So when I first got into the business, I was a school teacher. My husband was a licensed agent, but my husband really worked only with investors, right? And coming into the business, I really didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew that he worked with investors. Like, we literally thought that we were going to be like, the Chip and Joanna of Dallas real estate, but not rehabbing the houses, just working with investors. So we were at a real estate company that catered to investors, and he was there first. So it kind of was a good fit for him. But y'all, I was there for like not even a month. And just everything from the location to the leadership, just to kind of their business model, it just was not a good fit for me. So not down in the brokerage, it just wasn't a good fit for me. So I had a tough conversation with my husband because, we thought that we would be in this thing together and it was a better fit for him. And I just said, yo, I ain't able to stay here. Like, if I'm going to grow a business, I'm looking for a brokerage. And honestly, really at that point, it came to accessibility for me and just a few more resources in terms of trainings and things like that this brokerage did not have in place. So switched to a boutique brokerage, which was great. I really liked the boutique brokerage. There were lots of different offices that I can access. They had a good look. They kind of had like a little swanky vibe. It was all good. And I was even getting a couple of deals under my belt at that brokerage. I did all the classes, they had the training, I did all the classes, but something was missing from my business. And long story short, I would always try to mastermind or reach out to other real estate agents. And I met an agent who had a team, and she invited me to be a part of her team. And her team had, and I'll tag it here. I did a video on why I joined the team and actually why I left the team too. But the team had things in place, structure, and things that I know I needed in order to grow the business. So in order to join the team, though, I had to leave that brokerage and go to the brokerage where she was at. So now I'm at a big box named Brokerage. But honestly, I really didn't join because of the broker. I joined because the team was there and it worked for me. And y'all, I was on that team for about a month and a half. And then my team leader tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, you ever heard of EXP?" And I'm like, "EX who?" Long story short, she was kind of vetting and deciding if she was going to change from the broker that we were at. She had been there for a good amount of time. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 years, but saw the opportunity with EXP, and then she decided. So long story short, I moved brokerages 4 times, and I'm happy to say I have been with eXp Realty now for about 3.5 years. I'm gonna at some point do a video telling you all about my eXp experience. Actually, we'll make that the next video I do. But my point is that it took a little bit of bouncing for me to find what's a great fit. I am no longer a part of that team that I came to eXp with, but I'm still at eXp because they have the training, they have the support, the compensation plan, the options with stock and things like that. It really has helped me grow my business, and the culture in our company perfectly aligns with how my personal business is growing. But guess what? If I ever get to the point where we no longer align and I need to consider some other options, I can't see that happening. I'm not gonna be afraid to really evaluate where my business is, where I want it to go, and what's going to be the best option. So if you are considering changing brokerages, be clear on your why, right? Are you the problem, or is the resources that the brokerage is or is not providing the problem? And then just really evaluate, what do you need for your business and how can a broker help support that? I don't want you to fool yourself to think, oh, my brokers don't do this. Like, if you don't have the support and the help, that's one thing. But again, most brokerages don't just hand over leads. That's just not how this game goes. But you should be able to get somebody on the phone if you have contract questions, if you need questions about your money, if you need support walking through a deal. Absolutely. Figure out, are you at the place that is meeting your needs? And if not, don't be afraid to back up, baby, because you are not married to them. Okay? Okay. Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead and subscribe. And also connect with me on social. I am Rosemary the Realtor on Instagram. Would love to connect with you. Slide in my DMs, ask me all the real estate questions, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.